Welcome back to video for the day. This is Sankarshan Das speaking to you from Tallinn, Estonia. Today is November 11th, 2018. It is the disappearance day of my beloved spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. When great personalities leave, of course we're sad, but at the same time it's a great celebration for us because they don't really leave. They remain within our hearts to bless us for their divine association, and their instructions remain also. We take advantage of those instructions that are actually present in their instructions. In this connection, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, "He reasons ill who tells that Vaishnavas die. When thou art living still in sound and living, try to spread the holy name around." So we get the association of great personalities by remembering their teachings and following their teachings. That way they become present with us and they're blessing us at every minute. I wanted to share with you one wonderful pastime I had with Srila Prabhupada. We had gone to San Francisco for the Ratha Yatra. Devotees came from all over the place. It was a huge festival in the summer of '71. And then after that, we went down to Los Angeles, and many, many devotees came. It was a huge gathering of devotees there. Prabhupada was giving the morning lectures. We were all attending his lectures in great ecstasy. He would go for the morning walks either on the beach or in a park. Devotees would come back with him in the car and drop him in front of the temple. And there was a really nice system set up. We would line up along the sidewalk. Every one of us had a flower, and Prabhupada was given a basket of flowers. And he would go down the line, he'd give every one of us, we'd give him a flower and he'd give us a flower. It was your own personal moment, just you and Prabhupada exchanging flowers with each other. It was so sweet and so wonderful. So I got near the front of the queue, actually just behind Vishnu Janaswami. He got a hug. Wow. I felt good because I was one of his men from Texas, and when he got hugged, I felt like I was getting hugged too. So after Vishnu Janaswami got his hug, Prabhupada came to me, I gave him my flower, he gave me a flower, and he goes on down the line. And then he's going to turn and go back to his quarters. So just wanting to get another glimpse of his divine form as he was walking by, I got out of the queue, I stationed myself on the steps so I could see him as he walked by. And I call that drinking Prabhupada's form into your heart through your eyes. To see him is just like to drink him into your heart. So I was gazing at him as he came by after finishing the flower queue, and he looked up at me. He saw, well, here's somebody who's not in the queue. Prabhupada was thinking, I wonder if he got a flower. So Prabhupada, with body language, he held up a flower. Did you get a flower yet? He held it up to me. And I had a huge smile. I held up my flower and showed him, yes, I got a flower. There was no words, it was just body language, but it was so sweet. Prabhupada singled me out of the crowd, wanting to make sure that I had gotten one of those flowers. So now what do you do with a flower? Well, if you're a married person, you have an apartment, you can put it home, put it in a glass jar and preserve it. But I'm just a single brahmachari monk sleeping on the sleeping bag at night in the brahmachari ashram on the floor. I had no place to keep such a flower, to preserve it nicely. So what to do? Well, I'll eat the flower, that way I'll keep it in my body. So I ate that flower. And that was a wonderful, wonderful time for me. Shortly after that, I got initiated also. Actually, the rule was you have to be practicing for 6 months to get initiated. Chanting 16 rounds and following the principles for 6 months. But I had been chanting for like 4.5 months or something like that. So I couldn't get initiated. I was so worried that what if Prabhupada leaves his body? Before I get initiated, I was just very morose, walking around the temple, feeling very morose. I didn't get initiated. But then, when we get back to Austin, this is in August of 71, myself and two other boys, we had now qualified with 6 months of chanting 16 rounds. So Vishnu Swami wrote a letter to London, where Prabhupada was at the time, recommending us. And then Prabhupada chanted on our beads, and he mailed them to our beads to us, along with our names. I got the name Sankarshan Das. So it was so wonderful. I've been very inspired by Vishnu Swami. We have to spread this movement and make the world Krishna conscious. He had a wonderful mood, revolutionary mood of spreading Krishna bhakti all over the world. So in that mood, I wrote Prabhupada how I want to spread this movement. When you get initiated, you have to give some donation. It's called dakshina, a loving offering to the spiritual master. So after the name came, then I made a letter with some donations expressing my desire to spread this movement. So Prabhupada wrote me a wonderful letter from London. He said, I can see you're a very sincere, enthusiastic boy, eager for spreading this Krishna conscious movement. Now you simply continue enthusiastically as you were doing, and surely Krishna will bless you. Wow. Well, I've been following that instruction now for 47 years, and I'm getting the blessings of Krishna showering on me at every minute. This is the power of the words of the spiritual master. 47 years later, I'm still living in that one instruction that Prabhupada gave me. So take advantage of this process, make your life successful. And that's what Prabhupada wants. Thank you for tuning in. Hare Krishna.